Hi, Aries Rising. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their rising sign in the zodiac sign of Aries. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message, or should this message find you for your reading. I'll be doing a 3-card spread of love, money, and you. Then we'll get a major arcana card, and then we'll get a card from the End of the World as We Know It deck created by me that contains the lunar phases and zodiac signs. Everything here has been pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and begin. Excuse me, my throat chakra. Mercury energy is very strong here. The color green is for Mercury, but it's also the color of the heart chakra too. And then I was getting ready to say, before I got a little choked up there, this was the deck that I had placed here for your reading. But right before I started, was guided to change decks, so that could be significant. Alright, let's get your cards. Get your first card for love for Aries Rising. Love card for Aries Rising. Money card for Aries Rising. Yay! Alright, Aries Rising. Look at that. You card for Aries Rising. 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 I will say, given that a card has not come out yet, I'm getting a beautiful, beautiful aura of protection for you. And a lot of you just being very comfortable with what is being provided to you and for you, and justly, I'm hearing, justly due to you. Aries Risings, you card. Aries Rising. Alright, we'll leave that there. Let's see what we have for love. 6 of Pentacles. The Sun card reversed. I'm gonna go this way. That's what I'm getting here. There was some darkness connected to a Queen of Pentacle energy reversed. Where I feel that the darkness was due to cause. I'm getting darkness sent intently to have a queen. be in reverse. Given that the Queen of Pentacles is here, I'm not picking up the reversal energy. I'm getting the intent with the darkness connected to the sun reversed, being a result of some breadcrumbing. I'm getting the Six of Pentacles being breadcrumbing, but I'm also getting there being some fairness. With the Six of Pentacles being next to the darkness of the sun reversed here, I'm totally getting that message there. And this happening in love, and there being something done that was unfair. So I do get breadcrumbing, and as a result of there being some breadcrumbing, it also being kept in the dark possibly here about what may have been happening with the feminine energy, divine feminine I'm also getting. And wanting them to be without, wanting them to, like I'm even getting, I even picked that up a little bit before this reading, was the Queen of Cups reversed connected to a Queen, or excuse me, a Queen of Cups reversed connected to their counterpart, the King of Cups reversed. And I'm getting the same energy here for this Queen of Pentacles. And I think that's also, too, why I'm not getting the actual reversal of what this Queen of Pentacles traditionally would represent. I get it being manipulation connected to this energy here. That's also a part of some breadcrumbing. This is not one of my favorite Six of Pentacles cards. It doesn't really show the true meaning of what it stands for, which is about balance, equality, and reciprocity. I see Four of Pentacles of withholding. I see connections where someone has had a lot of people in the past. With that 4 to this 5, I do get left out in the cold here too. So having other connections where one has been juggling people here, and then juggling people there, and then juggling people everywhere. As I also see like hidden energy as a part of the sleeves here of this person here. And so with the sleeve energy and the arm connection, that being about there being some great depth to, I'm getting like a significant amount of toxicity. These triangle formations here, I'm also getting a King of Cups, but it being a manipulative energy, a low vibrational energy. And I'm getting that energy not actually being a King of Cups, it just being the card that I'm thinking of that comes from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck, where you see this particular formation of the triangle, and it actually stands for VJJs. So I'm getting this person having a lot of feminine energies and just being completely juggly and over the top messy, possibly. Withholding from an actual Queen of Pentacles, where the polarity energy for the Capricorn energy I'm getting here is also Cancerian energy. And then this Two of Pentacles I'm actually getting being about juggling and interfering. Possibly, and that just speaking to the interference here connected to this Queen of Pentacles. And with the Sun reverse, this is an unhappy energy also here too, with the darkness here. I'm even getting I'm getting strong Leo energy, but I do get there being some kind of support that's coming through with this darkness. With the Sun actually being here, doesn't mean that the Sun energy isn't going to be relevant. And I feel that may even speak to what's here. I'm actually getting, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If this is a divine couple here, and both you and your person, I get you, this being possibly about a third party that's over, with someone interfering. And it being a third party because someone interfered, and not being a third party because of toxicity or, what you would think would be a traditional 3D perspective of third party, where there would be cheating and lying and backstabbing. What I'm now getting to is these two reversal energies speaking to a very interesting communicative way between two that's unique. And it speaks to the uniqueness that's shared between these two. Because I'm getting a Leo person here, seeing the Sun energy, and this actually being happiness. This being abundance also here too. It just being a way of communicating between these two people here. And what I'm also picking up, like the specialness, when I said, oh my gosh, I got, this may be the intent of the person here, where the intent was sent to have like a queen of pentacle be down under, or to have bad things happen to them, or to be in darkness. But in that darkness, they found the light, and that light being the light from within them. And then it just is a complete backfire is what I'm getting here for this person, because they actually not only found the light from within them, but they found their soulmate, and who makes them happy. And then I'm even getting the significance of this Queen of Pentacles, and the warmth and the nurturing and the loving energy, the security, the practicality, the groundedness, the uber amount of talent associated, and even the depth of feeling and emotion. Like this being down under energy and finding love in the depths of the water, where this is more about depths of, that 3D perspective of what that would mean when you have sex. Like I'm getting this person being all confused about what sex is and what it really means and what it was really truly designed for, as far as being shared between two people connected to romance and intimacy and soul connect. Rather than the physical energy of it, and then just having, like trophies on a shelf or something like that. And then purposely withholding or being just very stubborn. Four of Pentacles will also be minor arcana energy of the Emperor. And so overall, I'm just getting completely messy. And then I'm even seeing like a huge V here, or triangle shape. That V could stand for Virgo. I do feel it's like almost like a Hierophant energy, but it's not really a Hierophant, because this action and behavior of this person is not Hierophant. So I am getting that. And then the color pink could be significant, connected to Libra. Virgo energy will be here also with the 6, along with that V energy I got. I did get the Roman numeral 5, but that being false representation and actually being about these triangle formations that are very similar to that energy that I just spoke on. And then hiding behind the scales of justice, and that being the fake Hierophant. I'm just getting fake Hierophant energy, and that being fake. Like you even see how small, how small the bowls of these scales are. And I feel that may speak to this person here too, and just the breadcrumbing that will confirm that there. And then the Four of Pentacles withholding also too. Getting Four of Cups and not taking an opportunity. So someone continuing to act on after they left a Queen of Pentacles out in the cold, not realizing that what they were doing was actually benefiting and helping this queen to come into more power, to connect to their soulmate. And then I'm also getting the power of the sun energy in this Leo person, who's the soulmate energy connected to this Queen of Pentacles, placing themselves in front of this Queen of Pentacles to protect. Where this is strong masculine energy. It's strong fire energy also too, so that warmth energy could be significant. And then I see what looks like either like a camera or a jukebox. And that could be significant too. And then I'm also getting, even though this is reversed, this is going to be about that communication. And I just also, I feel very strongly, even though the sun is, like I said before, the sun is the sun. So that traditional meaning of there being darkness, totally 3D wise, the sun is always going to be the sun. It's always going to be illuminating. So I do also get this being about the power from within this energy, where I get counterpart energy here. So let's just call him the King of Pentacles here, is also helping to shine the light. This being the light also too from within the Queen of Pentacles, and this being a power force to illuminate what's been happening here with this individual interfering. Where I'm even getting like with the interference of the juggling and the Two of Pentacles, like each of these pentacles here standing for the King and Queen of Pentacles. The pentacle here being away from the king, and I feel that just speaks to this person interfering when it came to this queen. And I'll leave it there. I do get the red being associated with you all here too. So a lot of you could be this Queen of Pentacles, but then it's going to be very strong here for Leo, as that is a part of what creates the color orange for Leo, which is the color for Leo, being a part of the red. I'm also getting someone being greedy, and that just going back to the breadcrumbing. All right, so we see what's here, and the way that these cards wanted to appear and be seen this entire time, where we see the Nine of Cups of wish fulfillment and the Fool card, and someone taking a leap of faith, and there being a new beginning, a new start. Not necessarily risk taking, but this being a new cycle, as the Fool card is a card of 0. Nines are also about completions here. This could be about someone being wish fulfillment and you getting your wishes granted after being mistreated. If you're the feminine, I get, because I do get a masculine here. I even see I see both divine feminine and divine masculine here, and this triangle energy being upward, and it also being the mount energy of like almost like a higher self, where the divine masculine, I'm just gonna move this here, I'm getting this energy here being this energy, and the Queen of Pentacles being here, and each of you being each other's wish fulfillment, because that masculine energy, as I said before, is also what's within the divine feminine, and then vice versa, and you're both here together as wish fulfillment for each other. That cup energy is going to be that beautiful energy from the Queen of Pentacles, related to the polarity energy that I picked up of the Queen of Cup reverse also too. Being very loving, very compassionate. And with that being at the crown, I get also to like contractual energy of you both being great leaders and teachers. The higher self energy could be significant, as far as like not necessarily putting this queen on a pedestal, but being a wealth of knowledge. I did get that for a possible title. I might go ahead and do that, but we'll see. But that's what I get. 9 energy is also strong Sagittarius energy, and then cups will be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and a Fucus. And then we see, like I'm seeing like a braiding energy that's very similar to what you would see here, but these are closed. Like I get these being closed cycles. 9s again are about completion, going into new cycles, and we have that here. So let's see, and then the 9 energy up here with these 9 cups is going to speak to each of you and the relevant energy for each of you too. And you both love each other. I'm also getting that strongly too. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have the the Star card in reverse. And what I'm seeing here is that a leap of faith, a new cycle, had some kind of stagnancy with there being a loss of hope here. But now wishes are being granted. Yeah, I just had to make sure that that's what I was getting. I'm even seeing like this kind of speaking to each of you here, and this being why this wanted to be seen in this way. Where I'm almost getting it being like this here, where you're communicating. This is the telepathy that's shared between you two, that special communication that's unique. And it being how do I want to say this, like it being known that as far as this newness in this leap of faith has as far as this goes, this is that feminine energy I'm getting, like with the emotion, and just has lost hope. But I feel that this card wants to be here to show this, that you're each one another's wishes here. So if there was any kind of loss of hope, that can definitely be, it's being communicated, but I feel it's also felt too with the both of you being here and then what I just picked up here. And that's all I get there. I don't really get that actual star energy. It's almost like what I got here. And it not being the traditional energy about, a destiny. The fact that it's here will speak to that, but I do get this actually being here just to speak to a loss of hope. It'll be a card of 17 that comes together to create an 8. And that being magician energy, I do get with the infinity symbol being above. And that's going to be a card of Aries also too, along with Gemini. So a lot of you may be this Queen of Pentacle here, because I am getting that energy. And with both of you being in reversal here and this being in love, it could apply to you both here, as far as you both taking that leap. And then maybe having a loss of hope because of what's happened here, where it's being made clear and evident of what's been going on here. To being each other's wish fulfillment there. And I don't get this being connected to 3D career. I do get this being connected to the love that's here with a divine connection. And that being connected to your money, where you're always going to be okay and stable. Just because of what's meant for you and designed for you. It's almost like with that star card being here, and that just kind of speaking to the fact that the universe is here for you and with you, even to show you what it is that you have here with someone as wishes, and wishes being granted. Okay, so then let's go on to the U section. I'm also getting like there's like a disappointment of some sense for what's happened, but just knowing that what has happened has only brought two people closer together. Even here, because I do even get this being like chakra energy. Maybe like the full card being related, like I'm getting this being the throat energy, and then this being a part of the upper, the third eye and the crown chakra, where you're both communicating telepathically to each other about the disappointment, and not just being that loss of hope there. This is pretty special. Let's see what's in the U section here. With all these cups here too, representing both of you, that is going to speak to the great amount of love that you have between each other. And then I just get this energy where it could be more the masculine energy. Peacocks are masculine too, and that's probably why I'm getting both of you. But I do get more feminine energy just with the gracefulness from this card here. But I get this full card beaming on this energy here. Like messing with their wishes. And that did come through as the interference. And I've gotten this in the past with the Two of Pentacles. Certain Two of Pentacle cards, not all the time, but a lot over the last, I'd say, 6 months or so, if not longer. All right. So then we have the Six of Swords. Right away, I got the Bodyguard. I even see the Peacock energy. And it being in the upright. Like, this is the Fool and the Peacock. This is you and your person. These are you and your wishes. The 6 energy, I get with the 9 energy, that being strong Cancerian energy, and then that speaking to the great amount of love unconditionally, and then the compassionate energy also too is what I'm getting. Cancerian energy is definitely about security and stability, so I do get that being associated as well. And then the 4 energy is wanting to come through, so transmuting the 4 energy from what I got here with this 4 of Pentacle, and transmuting it completely boss, moving away from choppy waters towards what does. In the past, I've gotten the Six of Swords as a bodyguard energy and a masculine, not only moving themselves away from harm and choppy waters, but look at that knowing, oh my God, look at this right here. Look at this hat. This looks almost like the peacock. So that's speaking to what I was getting here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And then with this, I was getting 2 with the 6. We don't see it's spelled out here, but a 6 with that Cancerian symbol. It's a 6 and then a 9 that come together. I even get yin and yang also too. So the speaking to the balance that both of you are in. You're in union. You're always together, masculine and feminine energy. Whether you're in reverse or upright. And when you're in reverse, it goes beyond tradition. It's you two communicating in deep depths of the underworld, is what I get. And then just having great amount of love for each other. But you're both very balanced energies. This is and then I did, oh my gosh, that's what that infinity symbol energy is too with the 8. I'm also getting 2. And that being connected to the underworld. 8th house energy of Scorpio could be significant, but I get part of that 8, the bottom part being beneath water, and then the top 8, part of the 8 being above water, and then that being to the balance, speaking to the balance from within you both. That's very cool. But this being about the knowing of the love and where it's coming from, and then having no hesitation in moving forward and towards that, and you're doing it together, where the magicalness from the Queen of Pentacles is going to show here by being this boat energy. This is super dope. Like you both have each other in very special ways. And then I even get the masculine just adoring the talent and the gift of the Queen of Pentacles / Queen of Cups, where this is going to be the King of Pentacles / King of Cups. Swords is going to be air energy, your polarity energy of Libra. And maybe I feel that's a part of the power from within. Also to be able to transmute that energy and that false representation when it comes to the scales and justice. And that being innately from within you, that being part of the light, you manifesting it and bringing it about in this connection here. Beautiful. This is beautiful. And I do believe that that's part of the expression here and the way that the masculine feels about the feminine here in this beautiful love story. So then here we have the Queen of Swords reversed. But I'm getting it being almost in the fashion that all these other cards want to come through, where it's not about the order in which the way that they appear. Excuse me. We also have the Seven of Swords, yeah. So I feel that this is about what's being moved away from, where it's going to apply for both the masculine and the feminine, divine masculine and divine feminine, and each of the parties that are being moved away from. Where we have, like, I'm getting like an ultimate liar, thief. Queen of Swords is going to be Aries. But with this Seven of Swords, I do get that being more that traditional sense of this queen here. And moving away from this. So this could even be a male energy I'm getting who pretended to be a female in order to try to cause some kind of problems. And it being possibly this energy here, where they're now being seen and looked at for the deception that they may have caused with some disruption. I'm also getting like the Two Pentacle energies being how it is that they interfere by behaving this way. So with that one pentacle taking from, I did mention that King of Pentacles pentacle being taken. And then with the feminine energy here, I do get there being like a sense of like pretending. It's that what it's the energy I got of that third party, like a pretend situation here when it was actually someone here who was doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. Like I'm getting someone pretending or creating a situation of someone being a player, and this will prove also too what I'm getting here, because the communication as far as that, I don't think that's coming through very clear. But I channeled this and I wasn't really feeling it at first, and then I'm like, okay, well, just go ahead and go through with it, because I feel that depending on one's perspective and how one actually sees things and the position that they have placed themselves in, as far as their perspective and what level they're at, they're going to read it in the way that applies for their life. So someone, the way I initially wrote this was two people being playaholics, playing together and having fun. Where it would be PLAY dash aholic. So then that low vibe, I feel that created situation, painting someone as a player is going to come from what I'm getting here. And then that being manipulated to try to come through to communicate that there's some kind of discord or a created situation based off of someone being a liar and a cheater when they're actually not. And then that being playaholic, like they're not only an alcoholic but a playaholic, where they cheat on people constantly. Not being completely low vibration. So I do get that being connected here, wanting this Queen of Pentacles to believe that they're in some kind of competition with pretend people, and they're not. Not even pretend people, but just fabricated situations that don't really exist. And those being lies. Seven of Swords. It's a misrepresentation of the Libra energy, and then also the shadow work and the darkness connected to your polarity energy of Libra that I picked up here. And then going through that darkness, finding the light. And now it's time to play. Wishes granted. Moving away from what does not serve towards what does. And you doing this together. You're together. Strong together here too. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. This will be also speaking to the balance from within, with the beautiful representation of a true six rather than this six here. And then also the sword energy of Libra, your polarity energy, and then Gemini and Aquarius also there too. And then this will even be, I'm getting the reversed Gemini energy that's been coming through heavily. And that also being a part of the disguise and wanting to manipulate and create fabricated situations to try to confuse. And then that Seven of Cups is coming through connected to the Seven of Swords. Seven of Cups will be about confusion also too. Reverse Gemini I do get here. Pick that up also too with the sword being here, and then just channeling the magician and that 8 energy and that association, and wanting to again manipulate a situation to have this queen. I feel it was also lies on this queen. On the, if you're resonating as this queen, you both been lied on. I'm getting both stories here. And so this could even be, and I was saying to people that you may not have even been in relation with, but had to go through karmic cycles with too. And then those being fabricated situations too, where two people believe that they were in connections and made it something that it wasn't. And this being both on the side of both you and your counterpart, depending on whether you're the divine masculine or divine feminine. I'm also getting the white rose being significant in comparison to the 5 energy. And you see 5 roses here, but they're not white. I also get that being a part of some transformative energy connected to the darkness that wanted to come through with all of this. And then discovering the light. By experiencing the dark, finding the light. The true light from within. And then we overall have 8 swords here. So this also being cards speaking to 8 of swords, and the manipulation to have you and your person be stuck. But I do get one main person who was a part of some interference. Take what resonates, though. It could apply in different ways for you. I did pick up one initial person that's actually being seen for created theatrics and being exposed for it. Doing a whole lot and then being seen for the truth. And now it's playtime for both you and your person here, with an obstacle being removed. And you could be traveling or moving here too. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Empress. This is the leveling up energy. The strong Venus energy. The magical wand energy. The powerful energy to create and manifest. And you see the similarity here with this reversal also too. I was getting, coming out of the ground, coming from beneath, where you can see like the awning, the opening of whatever these are, canyon, mountains, what have you. And then this even, I'm noticing like black smoke possibly here too. And then even the 8 energy and that Scorpio energy that I picked up, with part of the 8 being here, part of the 8 being there. You can see the head being in the air, and that's speaking to your shadow work, coming out of the, being still a part of the underworld, but also being a part of the air energy. So with your fire energy and the Aries rising energy, I do get that fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So that being that firepower from within you, with the intent of someone wanting to, either bury you or keep you in the dark, whatever. This is going to be that energy also too, speaking to that and what I just picked up with you being, I hope this makes sense, as a part of the underworld and then also above. And so I do see that here, where you see the head of the Empress here being in the air, and then the body being within this canyon here. And I get that being the lower chakras and then working its way up to the uppers of the third eye and the crown, being specialized and starry. Very attractive, creative, all-knowing, majestic, mystic, wonderfully blessed, very talented, counterpart to the Emperor energy, and I do get that being both of you here. This is so pretty. Strong Venus energy. And that'll be Libra energy also. Venus being the ruler of Libra and Taurus. This is super special. Just trying to filter and see if I pick up anything else, and I don't. I feel the alpha and the omega is also coming through here too, with you being, if you're the divine feminine, being the first and the last. But then also having this significant soulmate partnership here. Aries risings, I love you so much. I don't even need to, you don't need no more cards. It's all being confirmed with every single move. This is so pretty. They have your back, just like I said, and you're in the upright here together. Look at this. Intuitive here too. Something told me to just go ahead. She's looking like, yeah, go ahead and see what's behind here. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Boom. Boom. Like an 808. Circles like a figure 8. And then this 4 and 3 come together to create that 7 energy of that shadow work, and what I picked up here initially here for you here. With the 7 energy of your polarity energy of Libra. That is gorgeous. And then you see the Pentacle. They got their Pentacle back. Coming into their power. You both. Teamwork makes the dream work. I love this reading. Oh my goodness. And this even being a card of Aries. Look at that. Denial. I get this being that person. And there's the 2 Pentacles right there. Moving past this too. Taking that Pentacle back and moving on. And that's what I got here. And that will show what I also got here too. With the way that the 7 of Swords is facing. This being behind you both. And you both having a new beginning here. I'm even getting the upright energy of that King and Queen of Cups that has been coming through channeled for a lot of my community post readings here. And then that just confirming what I got here with you both being very strong in your power. Even if you're in reverse, it not being that traditional sense. And being about the intent that was sent to both have you down, to just have you be seen a certain way or to affect you in a certain way. That can't be, because it's not meant for you. And you being each other's wishes here. It's time to play and have some fun. So there's movement here for you both. And you're both here. Just like I said, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. And I don't get it necessarily being here. I feel that this is speaking to the reflection of what it is that you both have experienced and seen. Whether it be in one person or two, each of you having this happen. Could be this one person that I picked up here. Moving away from that. Towards calmer waters. So pretty. Let's get your major arcana. And I'm hearing, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can't ever get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. That's that 7 energy from the 4 and the 3. That speaks to both of you here. Where I get this being Gemini power of the horses and the propelling energy that matches the energy of you both here. Look at that. 2 horse energy. Ashwini is coming through. Nakshatra. That could be significant. I am getting that, and that coming from Vedic astrology. But I also get Gemini and Magician power with the dual energy. even with the polarity energy of Libra, that being significant too in the scales, and that speaking to the magnitude of the horsepower here versus what's here that I picked up with those little tiny bowls on those scales there. And this being very significant as far as a contract and then movement forward that I also picked up for you both here. The crown energy being significant also too for you both, and there being knowledge of it, just being awareness of who your person is, and then moving towards the future together, doing this together. And I see it here too, like what was picked up here, the pedestal energy, the masculine putting the feminine on a pedestal where they should be, and that being going also to beyond the 3D sense, and that actually being the way that love is, and it not being something bad, or someone not being completely whipped, but respecting the divine feminine from within them, and then the divine feminine allowing themselves to be supported, and allowing that masculine man with these beautiful wings here to do their thing, respecting each other, and you both winning. This is wonderful. This is that strong Libra, Venus energy also too. And then with the connect to the Emperor, and this being a card of Aries, Libra energy will be present here too. You both are so powerful. Two boss energies. Creators. Innovators. Super majestic. Magical. Powerful. Galactic. Adored. Magnetic. Go-getters. Sightseers. Trendsetters. Spiritual leaders and teachers. Full of fire. And you share this between each other here. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Should we see what's at the bottom? Let's see. There it is again. And it's only going to show the representation of what's been in the dark, with the sun being here twice in reverse. And I feel this kind of speaks to the true depth of just how deep that really goes, but then also the sun power from within this Emperor here, and what's been attempted to be hidden and kept beneath the surface, but it can't be. And that will speak to that right there too, along with this here. This is so pretty. This is a card of Cancer here too. I should mention that too. And then I also get the spiritual energy, the high level love, also being Hierophant and High Priestess energy from within you both. On the one side of the Empress is the High Priestess as a 2 card, and then on the other side of the Emperor is the Hierophant card, which is a card of 5. It's meant for you and your person here. Aries rising. I'm going to go pick up some Indian food after I get finished with this reading here. This is exciting. Aries rising. How beautiful. I feel it's also about discernment, the importance of discernment and listening, the true Cancerian energy of listening, even the whole underwater energy, the water energy in itself. And the moon energy I'm getting also too being important, with the moon being right before the sun cards here that are in reverse. So I feel with these reversals too, that kind of speaks to the importance of that moon energy and really listening to the depths of oneself and being able to discern and know the truth from within you, rather than manipulation. Because I also got to, with this being in reverse and it also being a queen, That being some kind of misconception connected to confusion and the manipulation that may have caused some kind of stagnancy here too. But you knowing your truth, no one can tell you anything different when you know your truth and you live in your truth. Aries rising, it's time to play. And that Nine of Cups also will stand for that there too. So with that being in the money, I feel that just speaks to the overall abundance for you both. Scorpio. All right. Y'all are so majestic. And this will be the sibling sign here for you too. I should mention that too. And that being important as a part of you too, because Mars is going to be the ruler for both Aries and Scorpio. Pluto being involved here too, with Scorpio being present on its own. But the color red being significant here, and it just going back to the 8 energy and how that correlates along with the Magician card. That's also a card of Aries, but is a card of Gemini as a card of 1 in the Major Arcana, which is the onset coming after the Fool card, and then is going to be right before the High Priestess card that I picked up with that nice little Saturn sandwich of you and your person. High Priestess card, Hierophant card on each side of you. And then the beautiful energy of the Fool and the Magician being the catalyst to that new cycle here for you. You're so beautiful together. So for the Scorpio card, we have no words. And maybe that's part of the... See, it ain't just me. It's how this whole thing is being channeled. Because I know y'all sense the trouble I've been having speaking. I feel it just goes beyond where, as much as I want to try to explain it, it mainly is going to be felt by you and your beautiful person here. This is so special here. Congratulations to love here. So sexy. That fire and that magnetism going to be significant, and also to what was beneath the surface, that fire from within. When there's smoke, there's fire. Illumination, but also love and passion being found in all this here too, and that being a part of that backfire for that energy that wanted to interfere. You winning. So for Scorpio, it says, look at that. You here, ready to play. Come ready to play, or don't play at all. And this is a good play. This ain't no, wanting to see bad for people type play. This is fun, energetic, high vibe that's going to resonate amongst many that want to be aligned with that energy. Come ready to play or don't play at all. Your life is about to change as you will rise from any fall. Phoenix 8, Roman numeral 8. So we have the Empress energy here too with the 5 energy. I do get that being that strong Leo energy connected to the Empress energy, and it just going back to what we have here. This is fantastic. Aries risings. So just as much as, the 8 energy here connected to low vibe and deception, because that's low vibe Scorpio, you transmute that energy and make it your own. But then in doing that, it just creates this beautiful manifestation of power and love and significance and abundance. That is a blessing for you both. But then in you receiving your blessings and being blessings, your blessings for everyone. I love it. I love it. This was your reading, Aries Risings. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching here for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers, and until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.